Welcome to Human Connections, where every story, every moment, every heart-to-heart matters. Join us on a journey of inspiration, empathy, and the power of genuine connections. Because in this world, it's the bonds we forge that make life truly extraordinary.
All right, welcome to a new episode on the Human Connections podcast. I'm really excited about this podcast just because we are going to talk about one of my favorite topics, which is Stoicism. Now, we are not going to dig deep into what Stoicism is, but we are going to talk about one of the fundamental things about Stoicism, which is Memento Mori. Now, Memento Mori is one of the fundamental things about Stoicism, if I can say. And it's really important to everyone who practices Stoicism philosophy. And it's one of those things that really opens your eyes about everything and anything in your life. Now, I want to talk about how I found out about Memento Mori. One of my favorite and one of the best movies of all times, Gladiator. There's a scene where Maximus is with Commodus, almost at the final of the movie, and Marcus says this phrase that Marcus Aurelius told him that says, "Death smiles at us all a man can do is smile back." Now, this is not a phrase that Marcus Aurelius said in real life. It's not documented, but it is kind of like a phrase that is really popular amongst Stoics. And I remember being 7 years old when my father brought this movie back home, DVD, watched it. It's one of my favorite movies. And ever since I heard that quote, I think my life and how I saw life changed. Now, Memento Mori. Memento Mori, as Marcus Aurelius puts it, is you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you say, what you do, and what you think. So to put it all into perspective, Memento Mori means remember that you're going to die. Now, whatever you do, whatever you think, whatever you say, do it as it is the last thing you are going to do. We go through life doing everything, I say, like we do it in autopilot. We don't think about things like that anymore. Memento Mori is life-changing. It changed my life, and I want to change everyone else's life via Stoicism. And now that we're talking about Memento Mori, let's think about ancient times. How Memento Mori was really, really important to ancient people back in Rome. Life expectancy back there was really, really low. You could live, maybe if you were lucky, until like 40 years old, and on average. And the fact that people on that era were thinking about how they could live life to the fullest, no matter how long they lived, no matter the conditions that, let's remember, they were not the best conditions. If we compare today's society to society back then, we are privileged. We have everything in our hands to live longer, be healthier. This is something amazing that we have right now, and we don't think about this every day. Yet people in ancient Rome specifically thought about this every single day. So everything they did, everything they were doing, they were saying, and they were thinking was in focus on that. They knew that at some point they were going to die. So everything was based on that. And this is what I want to say. This is the message that I want to give everyone. Memento Mori puts life into perspective. So everything you do, you say, and you think, do it as it is the last thing you are going to do. Do it thinking that you're going to die. It could be today, tomorrow, on a week, on a year, in 10 years. It doesn't matter. This is the only life we know that we have. So do everything and anything that your heart starts beating a lot when you do these things. It is really, really important. So Seneca also said, we go through life afraid of some things as if we were mortal, but we treat time as if we were immortal. So what he says is really, really important. It's really deep and it's really eye-opening. So how would you go through life doing a lot of things and thinking about life as if you were going to die, yet when it comes to time, we treat it as if we have every single time, and like if we were timeless, but we're not. Time is something that we will never get back, and it is something that we should appreciate more. And that is what Memento Mori does. It puts life into perspective. Again, you have this amount of time that we don't know for certain that we have. Now treat everything, including time, as if you were just going to get stripped away from it. You were going to get done. Tomorrow you'll die. What are you going to do today? Do everything that makes you happy, that makes you think about the good things in life. Now, another thing about Stoicism is that we do things to benefit as much people as possible. And it is kind of not what Stoicism is, because Stoicism is a really intimate and kind of selfish philosophy. Yet, one of the fundamental things about Stoicism is we do things to benefit the whole. We do things for the better of everyone who surrounds us. By us being better, we could be better to everyone else. So think about this. Think about your life. Think about how we go through life doing a lot of things and thinking about a lot of things as if we were mortal. We know that we're going to die, so we do certain things. But again, when it comes to time, like Seneca said, we treat time as if we were immortal, like if we were just timeless. But no, our time here is really limited. So let that determine what you say, what you do, and what you think. Memento Mori is also a perspective about death. Death is really important to Stoics, just because we know that we're going to die. That is the only certainty we have in life. We don't know if we're going to be rich or poor, if we're going to have a lot of friends, if we are going to be wealthy, if we just don't know about these things. But what we do know, the moment that we come to this life, we are going to die. Could be, again, 10 years. I could live into 100 years. But I could die tomorrow. I could die ending this podcast. But that is the strive and the motivation that I have every single day, knowing that I will do everything that makes me happy, everything that brings happiness to all around me, and that I'm doing everything that I want without harming everyone else or those around me. Because death is inevitable. I am going to die. So death is really, really, really important to Stoics. Now, there's a phrase by Seneca. Again, I'm quoting really important Stoics philosophers. Seneca said, and I quote, "Death is happening right now. It's not an event in the future. Death happens every single day." Really important about this phrase. We should not think about life as if death is an event that is going to happen in the future. We should see death as it already happened. So right now I'm 28 years old, but every year before today, I already died. I already killed that part of me. Death was there. So I have died 27 times before. And that is the beauty of it. We should not look at death as it's something that's bad. There's also this phrase, really, really amazing phrase that says, "The problem is the way." I think I'm saying different words, but you get the message. The problem is the way, meaning that I know death is there. Let that be the determination, the motivation of everything that I want to do in my life. So again, death is not an event that is going to happen in the future. It's an event that is already happening right now to every single one of us. You just died. You have the opportunity to die and to reborn like a phoenix from the ashes, if you want to see it that way. Marcus Aurelius said that Memento Mori shows what's essential and not essential in life. Again, if you put your life into perspective, with this Memento Mori philosophy, the Stoic philosophy, you will start to see what's really essential for you in your life. Meaning that things that you don't want to do, things that you don't want to think, and things that you don't want to say, you will get rid of those things because they will not bring you happiness. They will not make you better than you were yesterday. So Memento Mori, if you really, really dig into Memento Mori within yourself, you will see all of the things that you were doing, saying, or thinking that are not a part of you, that you were doing just because everyone else was doing it, or that you were doing just because you wanted to be a good friend. But again, Stoicism is a little bit selfish, and we need to think about ourselves. So, Memento Mori will put your life into perspective about what is essential and what is not essential in life. And this goes a long way. This is not just about friends, what you think, what you say, what you do. It's about everything. You could think about this as even going shopping. Is this essential for me? Do I actually need this for me to be better? Do I actually need this to live longer? If I don't need it, why should I spend money on things that I already have? Marcus Aurelius also said this amazing phrase, and I'm going to say it, but you should ask yourself every single day, am I afraid of death because I won't be able to do blank? So ask yourself this question every single day. Are you afraid of death because tomorrow, if you don't wake up, you won't be able to do blank? So that could be being around my friends, eating sushi, whatever it is. It could be as dumb or as exciting as you wish and please. But if you die tomorrow, what would be the things that you would be afraid, so much afraid of death because you won't be able to do them again? So this is a question that I ask myself every single day. Am I afraid of death because I won't be able to do what? And every day it changes. It usually goes along with everything that I'm grateful for that day. But again, it also goes along with everything that I'm grateful as a whole. Most of the time, I am grateful for my family, for my friends, but I'm also grateful for health, for being able to pursue what I think is my purpose in this life. So Memento Mori not only puts life into perspective, but it also makes you slow down. It also helps you be present with everyone around you. We usually go so fast through life because we know we're going to die, and we think we need to go rushing through life doing as many things as possible. But again, everything comes into perspective. What's essential and what is not. Memento Mori will slow you down, will make you be present with whatever you are doing at the moment. If I'm talking to a friend, if you're at a gathering, if you're partying, if you're sleeping, if you're meditating, if you're reading, if you're playing with your kids, whatever it is, slow down, be present. What is essential and what is not essential? So I just want to put out a quick example right now. If you're playing with your kids outside on the playground, what's essential? Do you need to really pick up your phone and be on social media? Do you need to take a call from work when you're not at work? What's essential? For me, what would be essential is being present with my kids, gathering those memories, seeing them, how they play, how they fall, how they find out things, how they're curious about things, how they learn, how they manipulate things. And not essential things would be answering a call from work that I know I could get back to in a few hours. So slow down, be present, enjoy whoever you're with, whatever moment, whatever scenery you're seeing, whoever you're with. Slow down, be present, gather that information, and remember, Memento Mori. If I die today, let that determine what we say, what we do, and what we think. And now just to put an overall view on what Memento Mori is, I made a calendar that is really, really popular amongst us Stoics. And it is a calendar that if you live very, very exciting and humbling life, you will live to around 5,217 weeks, which is 100 years old, right? Obviously, the average of people is around 80 years old, but this calendar shows 100 years, which is, again, 5,217 weeks. And we will print out how many weeks you have already lived and how many weeks you have left. And this calendar is a really humbling exercise and really puts life into perspective. You fill out every single week, every single Sunday, you fill out another dot, and you will see how many weeks you have left with this calendar. It's really eye-opening, it's really humbling, and it's, in my opinion, a really hard exercise to do. I have it on my wall, and I see it every single day, and it is the motivation that I need when I wake up in the morning to do everything that I want to do, to be motivated, to be present, grateful, and just to slow down my life. But again, thinking that I might just not be alive tomorrow. So that is a really humbling experience. We have this calendar. It will be on the link on the bio on our Instagram. You can get it there. Just send us a text saying what was your birthday, and we'll just do everything else. We'll send it your way if you want it. If you want to put your life into perspective, this is a really, really great exercise to do. And just to finish this podcast, I just want to say, Memento Mori is that every day when you wake up, you're playing with with house money, meaning that yesterday you figuratively died, but today you have a new opportunity, a new chance to do anything and everything you want. So every new day that you wake up alive, it's house money. You're playing with house money. So go out there, live. Every day is a new adventure. Every day you get a new try at life to do everything you want to be. Be with those who actually you want to be around with. Do the things that you want to do. Pursue your goal in life. Pursue your goals, your dreams. So every day is a new adventure, like we said on the Adventure Family. And this is a quote that we manipulated onto every day you get a new try at life. So think about Memento Mori. Think about how important it is that everyone puts life into perspective, and how you should all be really grateful every single day that you wake up. This is what we're here to do in this life. So slow down, take a break, be present, and always remember that you might not wake up alive tomorrow. So everyone, cheers. Hope you enjoyed this podcast. Hope you go out there and read a little bit more about Memento Mori. Probably in future episodes, we will talk more about Stoicism and Memento Mori and Amor Fati and all of these. But for now, think about Memento Mori. Think about everything that you have been doing in your life and how you can improve in your future. What's essential and what is not essential. And that if you died tomorrow, what will you miss about doing while you were alive? This is the Human Connections Podcast. Thank you for listening. We will see you next week.